Aloha. I'm Irminne Van Dyken, MD from Out of the Doldrums. Welcome back. If you've been trying to raise your nitric oxide levels, maybe for your heart health, maybe for better workouts, or for lower blood pressure, or maybe just to feel more alive, you've probably heard about beet juice, arugula, or nitrate supplements. But here's something that might surprise you. It's not only about what you eat for nitric oxide, it's also about how long it stays in your mouth, the hang time. That tiny window between sipping and swallowing might be one of the most underestimated parts of the nitric oxide story. 3 papers published in 2024 changed how I think about this completely. One by Green and Green, another by Roser and Mira, and a third by Bowles. Together, they show that nitrate isn't just a nutrient, it's a conversation between you and the bacteria living in your mouth. In the Green and Green study, healthy adults with low salivary nitrate levels chewed a simple gum that contained just a small amount of nitrate, a little more than 0.5 millimole per piece. They chewed 1 piece 3 times a day. That's not much nitrate at all. It's about what you'd find in a small handful of arugula leaves. But because the gum stayed in the mouth for several minutes, the nitrate had time to mingle with the oral microbes in the mouth. And what happened next was fascinating. Within 1 day, the balance of bacteria in their saliva shifted. Helpful nitrate-reducing species like Neisseria, Rothia, and Haemophilus grew stronger. Inflammatory bacteria, the ones linked to gum disease and bad breath, started to fade. Their saliva even became better at converting nitrate into nitrite, and that's the spark that leads to nitric oxide production. So why does hang time matter so much? Roser and Mira explored this further. They describe nitrate as almost like a prebiotic for your mouth, feeding the good microbes that make nitric oxide possible. The longer nitrate sits in your mouth, the more your bacteria can work with it. It's not just about swallowing the nutrients, it's about cooperation between you and your oral microbiome, and that's hang time. They also pointed out that this slow exposure could be especially helpful if your mouth tends to be dry or your microbial balance is off. Letting nitrate linger might actually retrain your oral ecosystem towards health. And here's another fascinating piece, salivary pH. Most people never think about it, but when the mouth becomes too acidic, cavity-causing and inflammatory bacteria move in. But nitrate helps buffer that acidity. In one study, people who had more nitrate in their saliva didn't experience the same acid drop after a sugary rinse as those who didn't. That means nitrate doesn't just boost nitric oxide. It also helps your mouth stay in a healthier, more stable state. Now you might be thinking, great, I'll just take a high-dose nitrate supplement. But here's where Bowles' review comes in. It's called Nitrate, the Source Makes the Poison. She showed that dose and context matter enormously. If the nitrate concentration in saliva gets too high, it can actually start killing off bacteria, including the good ones. Above about 100 millimoles, it behaves more like an antiseptic than a nutrient. So oftentimes the key isn't more nitrate, it's the right amount, delivered slowly enough for your microbes to use it. The gum in the Green and Green study hit that perfect balance. Small, steady doses that encouraged good bacteria without overwhelming them. And Bowles emphasized something really crucial. The matrix matters, meaning nitrate behaves differently depending on what surrounds it, the antioxidants, the polyphenols, and the pH. Those companions make it both effective and safe. So what does that mean for us? Well, if you're sipping beet juice or eating nitrate-rich greens, don't rush to swallow. Let it rest in your mouth for a few seconds. Give your bacteria a chance to work. If you're using nitrate gums or lozenges, look for ones that release nitrate slowly and steadily. Skip antiseptic mouthwashes afterwards. They can wipe out the very microbes that make nitric oxide. And if you can, try having your nitrate foods earlier in the day. The reason is this: your oral microbiome follows a circadian rhythm, and morning or daytime exposure might support better nitric oxide conversion. Another important part of this picture is synergy. Nitrate doesn't work best alone. It performs best with partners, like I was talking about the matrix. polyphenols, and antioxidants. Polyphenols from pomegranate, green tea, cacao, or berries help enzymes convert nitrate to nitric oxide more efficiently. Antioxidants like vitamin C stabilize nitric oxide and prevent it from turning into harmful byproducts. In fact, the green and green gum even included vitamin C. It kept nitric oxide stable and supported a healthier microbial balance. So pairing nitrate-rich foods with antioxidant-rich ones isn't just delicious, it's strategic. These discoveries are already shaping new ideas for oral and cardiovascular health. Imagine lozenges for gum inflammation, gels that slowly release nitrate into periodontal pockets, or probiotic blends combining nitrate with Rothia area to help reseed a healthier oral biome. We're still early in this research, but it's becoming clear that your mouth is not just a passageway. It's a living nitric oxide factory. We've focused so much on what happens after we swallow that we've overlooked the chemistry and biology happening before. The hang time, the pH, antioxidants, the microbial teamwork. All of it shapes how well we generate nitric oxide and how healthy our gums remain. So next time you drink beet juice or toss arugula into your salad, pause for a moment while you're chewing. Let it linger. Give those tiny microbes in your mouth the time they need to do their part. Because nitrate isn't just a simple molecule, it's a dialogue. It's a partnership between you and your microbes in your mouth, a dialogue that affects your heart, your gums, and your overall vitality. If you've tried any nitrate-rich combinations or have your own tricks for improving nitric oxide, I would love to hear about them in the comments below. And yes, I'm seriously considering creating a nitrate gum or lozenge based on this science. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know. Cherish your health always, and aloha.